What's up, my people? How na deal with they happen within this sup? The time right now is 7 a.m. Yeah, it's still a little bit dark outside. But I just feel like making this video. This video is going to hit some nerves, but it is what it is. And it's about Christianity. I'm gonna drop some names. I'm gonna mention some names in this video. I'm going to mention Daddy Freeze. I'm going to mention Apostle Suleiman, Pastor Chibuzo, and Pastor Kumui, because this is about the Christendom, what it has become, and how a lot of people feel deceived over the years. And seriously, right? I didn't intend making this video a video like this today. But the reason why I'm making it right now is because I met a friend yesterday who used to be a very strong Christian. Somehow we started talking about religion, and I noticed something. He wasn't really all about the Christian doctrines anymore. So I was like, "Do you still go to church?" He said he stopped going to church. Now, my point is, a lot of people that used to go to church have stopped going to church. And that is because, they've been disappointed one way or the other. Though, they usually tell us that, yes, you don't have to follow your pastor's footsteps. Just listen to the teachings. You don't have to let what they do. Maybe you discover that your pastor has been doing certain immoral acts, then you shouldn't allow that to discourage you. That's what they tell us. But how many people have that inner strength to be able to do that when you've literally shattered them, you've disappointed them? For example, right, a pastor the other day, I saw on the reports, impregnated a girl. Do you want to tell me that news like that would not mess up the some of the members? It will. It's not everybody. So there's don't just listen to their teachings and stuff. It is also important that a pastor, a bishop, practice what he preaches. It's important. We've heard numerous news reports, about pastors, and I think this over time has created a dent in Christendom. I'm going to focus the discussion on what is happening in Nigeria. It started with people like Pastor Kumui, right? Who set, rules and regulations, strict rules and regulations to follow in church. Don't watch TV, don't do this, don't do that. Until, it got to a point where his son decides to organize a wedding, and the wife, I think the son got married to a Jamaican, and the clothes the wife wore, or the dress the wife wore, the wife wore was totally different from what women are supposed to wear on their wedding day. So the Jamaican lady wore that, and the church weren't okay with it. And I think at the time they had issues with Pastor Kumuyi and stuff like that. Then later, Pastor Kumuyi came out to give us, his honest thoughts, about the stringent rules and regulations that he had laid down back then. Don't watch TV, don't do this, don't do that. And he asked his member to go ahead and watch TV. That is not a sin. That's why I said it started with him. I know most of you on the 31st, of course, we go to church. There's this thing in our head that, I want to spend, 31st in church to, crossover night. It's going to be huge. But I tell you, out of I mean, like, 100,000 of those, maybe only 10,000 will go back to church. Most people, it's just once in a year that they go to church, which wasn't like that. It is because of constant disappointment. So it started with Pastor Kumuyi, and I know some people that left Deeper Life. Even this, my friend that I met yesterday, also left Deeper Life Church. I'm making this video to tell you how Christianity has deteriorated, how people don't even take it serious anymore, especially this our generation. And it is not our fault. It is because of the constant disappointment. In fact, we used to say, you don't go open shop on top a member's head. What does that mean? That this is a business venture now for this person. Maybe a guy that's been hustling on the street, then couldn't feed and all that, will just go into being a pastor. Sometimes they tell you they are now a prophet. It is because they see money in it. People could be gullible to give pastors also money, give them, any amount, and in form of tithes and in form of offering. And that way they can use it to escape poverty. So it has become a business venture that, a lot of people now use to escape, to run away from poverty. So all these things discourage, real Christians. I mean, the other day I interviewed a traditionalist who moved from being a serious Christian, a pastor, to being a traditionalist. His reason is because the people he looked up to disappointed him. And this, you will hear many statements by people who either left Christianity to become to another religion, or just choose to become an atheist.
Okay, so when I was my background was the Christ Apostolic Church. That is the church we all grew up from. We are 4 in numbers, and my mom, very devoted Christian. My brother, I was a very, very strong Christian. We are accommodating people. We are also solving problems of a lot of people, because a lot of people have come to us that we have solved their problems. Even some of the pastors, they also come around. People. Yes, solve problems for them. They bring your issue sometimes to us. We solve it for them. They go back and tell you they have solution already.
Of course, really? So they would come and meet you people. They would say they prayed.
Yeah. So
and they will come and meet you. You people be the one to do it.
They don't give reference. That's the problem. So they don't give reference. And that is one thing that is bad about it. But I just need you to know, not because I want to spoil your pastor. Your pastor also are loving people. For them to have come to us for your solution is because they care for you. They want to solve your problem. So don't put your pastor above us.
We are here to talk about what led to that. Now, we got reports about Apostle Chibuzo the other day. I mean, the pastor who helped these guys go to Cyprus, Happy Boys. Everybody look up to him. Most people look up to him. They use him as an example. But guess what happened after that? He impregnated a girl, and he later came out to say yes, even with a wife at home. Later came out to say yes, I have impregnated. I am the one. I'm responsible for it. So while you're preaching to people, using the Bible to preach to people, you're doing something else. So the people that are up here are the ones that caused this. I saw a pastor saying, these days, I don't know, people don't care, but let us talk about you guys. I don't know, people don't take Christianity serious anymore. You go to the church, you get challenged by people, because a lot of people feel they've been used. I will use myself as an example as well. I grew up in a very serious Christian background, strong Christian background. Mountain of fire, how serious that is. So my dad usually give tithes and everything. But the same pastor that he used to give tithes to, right? that particular pastor was arrested multiple times. He was even disgraced in church because he do fake admissions for people who wants to get into school, collect their money and run, and job offer. That, yeah, I'm going to get you a job in an oil company, a pastor, and many others. I don't want to spend time in that. Now, that is not the reason why I'm making this video. That's not the reason why I'm not going to allow that to affect what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say, I'm sure a lot of people out there knows about it. Now, there were allegations, or accusations about Apostle Suleiman. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because somehow this links to, Daddy Freeze. You understand? So multiple ladies, this is not a secret, multiple ladies have accused him, of doing something with them. And he has debunked it, he's denied it. So Apostle Suleiman is technically a controversial pastor because of that. Because of the allegations. It's an allegation, right? So Daddy Freeze, before then, or at the time, was seen as the Messiah. Why did I say that? Daddy Freeze had come out to tell us things, about Christianity, shed light in Bible verses that this pastor used, on their gullible congregation. So he had come out to throw more light on it. That it's not like this. Even Jesus said it's not Jesus, it's Yeshua. People were praising Daddy Freeze at the time. He was seen as the Messiah, who is not that they are seeing him as a pastor. They're just seeing him as somebody who is bold enough to fight these billionaire pastors toe to toe. Little did we know that the same person will still disappoint us. I'm gonna be honest, in this. I remember meeting Daddy Freeze for the first time. I think somebody sent me to him. I've forgotten the details of that. Yeah, I met with him, so I don't have anything to say about, anything bad to say about me meeting Daddy Freeze. I would describe him as a nice person. But what happened online, what happened on social media, was a very disappointing move. At the time that Daddy Freeze started this whole movement, in fact, Free the Sheeple movement, you see thousands of people watching Daddy Freeze live. Like I said, I was there. Somebody sent me to meet with him at the radio station, and I was even part of, because I will have to wait for him to be done with the teachings, online. It was live then on YouTube, and thousands of people watch Daddy Freeze. They go online to watch Daddy Freeze on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram live. So I had to wait for him. You understand? I can't be outside waiting for him. Of course, I'm going to join him in the studio. So we were there, one of his services. So Daddy Freeze usually say then that he's not a pastor. He's just here to open people's eyes, which a lot of people bought. Yeah, cool. Until one day, Daddy Freeze gave his support to one of the most controversial pastor at the time, Apostle Suleiman.
Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Apostle Suleiman has responded, and you're going to watch the video right here. I'm going to play it for you guys, and after that I'll drop a few comments. But before I play the video, there's some things I want to say. Apostle Johnson Suleiman has shown me the kind of love that I never expected from any man, especially a man I've so harshly criticized. There are some pastors who I've criticized respectfully. There are some who I've criticized strongly, but without actually having what I could call attacks on their personalities. Apostle Suleiman never enjoyed any of those. When I went in on Apostle Suleiman, I went in hard. But you see, despite that, he showed me love. And that is Christ. He showed me forgiveness. The first time I spoke to him, I didn't want to apologize. Let me be honest. But after speaking, he never demanded an apology. After speaking to him for about 30 minutes, I was like, Apostle, I apologize to you.
Now, whether these allegations towards Apostle Suleiman are true or false, Daddy Freeze wasn't supposed to be anybody's friend. He wasn't supposed to be their friend, right? Because once you get into that, things will change. You might not be able to confidently say those things that you would have said about a certain pastor because of the friendship. Now, I wouldn't blame people that said, this is not, whatever I'm saying is out there. This is not like news that Daddy Freeze was probably paid. Now, I wouldn't blame people that accused Daddy Freeze of taking bribe from Apostle Suleiman, which Apostle Suleiman denied. But I'm not here to prove to you that he was paid or not. That's none of my business. My point is, I won't blame them because look at what is happening. Out of all the pastors, the most controversial one is the one around that time that you choose to be friends with. And after that moment, he stopped talking. So you see, partiality don't enter. So people stop trusting Daddy Freeze's statement anymore. That affected, the credibility. His credibility. What am I trying to say in essence? Even the people that we thought, okay, we can trust, apart from pastors, are still not trustworthy. So this have shattered a lot of people. Again, I want to reiterate. You can say that yes, you don't have to follow their footsteps. Just listen to their teachings. But it matters when you practice what you preach. It matters. So now, after that moment, Daddy Freeze, stop that because that wasn't working anymore. The whole pastor thing, because he has lost credibility, the whole pastor thing stopped working and he delved into other things, into interviewing different people. He was doing just one niche before, church pastors on social media, right? Just on social media. I'm not talking about his radio station, right? He was into many things, as a radio presenter. But at the time, it was especially into free the sheeple movement and talking about these pastors and all that. Then I felt like after he lost credibility and that like people don't even want to listen to him. Most people don't want to even listen to him anymore. Then he started doing other things, interviewing other people, started acting like a blogger, started, because again, I feel like bills got to be paid. So he just left a lot of people hopeless. So next time you see people blaming our generation of not taking Christianity serious, ask them, what was your role? Or next time you see all these pastors telling you that, oh, we don't pay tithe anymore, we don't do this anymore, ask them, what impact have you as a person made? Yes, you can talk about charity. Yeah, we give charity. Everybody does that. In fact, I used to give tithe, before then. Later, I converted it into charity, which most of you know, we've done numerous charity on this channel. At the end of the day, right, it still Christianity is not real anymore. You don't get to see people being real anymore. And this is huge in our generation, and we are losing grip of it. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Until we see you next time. Peace.